Hey there everybody, Jason here, and today we're doing another little board game review. So today I've got How to Rob a Bank. It's a 2 to 4 player game where you basically either try to win as the robbers or win as the bank, stopping a bank robbery. It's a pretty simple game. It's, again, another game that's really good for 2 to 4 players, and it's a really quick game. It says about 30 minutes for play. It says on the back of the box, play as the bank or team up as the robbers. One player is the bank in control of the guards, while the other players are a team of robbers. Take turns planning your actions by playing cards, keep your strategy secret, then take turns revealing your actions by moving, picking up money bags, triggering alarms, and more. Will the bank win to protect its loot, or will the robbers make off with the bandits? Find out in the suspenseful game of teamwork and competition. But anyway, it is actually kind of interesting because it says different layout every game, and I'll go over why. But yeah, so let's do a quick little look at the setup of the game, and then we'll go into what I actually think about it. All right, so inside the game box, you get your actual game board. You get a set of tiles for randomizing the layout of the bank. You get a set of tokens that either show money bags or a locked money bag, or an alarm or a locked alarm. You also get little characters. There's one more which I have still in the box, but you get your robbers, red, yellow, or green, and you get 3 guards. I've only pulled out 2 because that's the example that I'm going to be showing you. You also get a little wooden token for cars. For a car, this is your getaway car. The thing that I actually really appreciate about these is that they are actually wooden tokens. These are nice, thick cardboard things. The only thing I think is weak is just like the cards, but you also get a deck of cards for each of your robbers. So there's a green, red, and yellow deck. You have your deck of cards for your bank guards. You also get an instruction manual, and the instruction manual will easily help you get set up and get started. So the first thing that you need to do is find out how many players you're actually playing with, because your tokens will actually help notate like what you actually get to play with in the game. There's 2 tokens that will actually get like swapped out during gameplay, but you have this one which shows 4 players and you get an extra guard in your game. And then there's this one which is 2 to 3 players and you get an extra chance to get a bag of money in your game. So once you've decided how many players you have, that's why I have the 2 robbers and the 2 decks of cards, you're then going to do the floor layout. And so this game is played in 3 rounds. So it's 3 chances for the robbers to collect how many bags of money that they need to win. And in this case, for a 2 to 3 player game, you have to get 4 bags of money. If you have a 4 player game, you have to get 5. So what you do is you place all of your tiles face down, and you mix them up, shuffle, 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 and then whoever is in control of the bank chooses to place and flip the cards. Once they're placed, that's their location. They can't be rotated, and they can't be moved. The only reason why any of them could be rotated and moved is if it stops the game from being able to be played. And in that case, what I mean is you can't have a wall that would go all the way across. Like, this is not allowed. You couldn't have a wall that would like make a box. Like, I couldn't have a wall here, and a wall here. Like, basically, you have to be able to move your character across the entire playmat. Once you've got that, you use the token markers that are on the board to place all of your people. Then you place down your tokens indicating the bags of money and your alarm. And based on the location of where your robbers are is where you're going to place your getaway car. Typically, it's on the opposite side of the car, and it's on the opposite side of the game board from where your robbers are. In this case, it's easy. It goes right over here. And for clarification, there are rules in the rule book which tell you where to put your car if your characters are here, here, or here. And it all makes perfect sense once you actually get down to it. So, how do you actually play the game? So, you play the game by dealing yourself from your deck 8 cards. You will shuffle these cards before you do this, of course. And then starting with the bank, you have to choose 5 of these 8 cards to basically play face up in front of you in a specific order in turn to choose what your actions are going to be. So in this case, you're going to basically play 5 cards, and each of the cards is an action that you can do. So you'll get 5 turns each to accomplish your goal. So the player that's controlling the bank will have to split their moves between the guards, but each player has their moves for their robber tokens. So, for instance, cards have things like this, where this is a single move, and I get to either tackle a robber, or I can lock up a money bag. This one is move 1 space, or move 1 space and lock. And then I've got this one, which is move 1 space and tackle. But there's other cards too. Looking at the rest of my cards, all of them are basically the same. Give me just a second. Other cards are things like a move 2. And I could take this card and I could move either one character 2 spaces, or I can move each character 1 space. I've also got a triple move. And that's basically it. So with the 8 cards that you have, you would then play 1 card each until each of you has 5 cards in front of you. So I would say, well, my first move is going to be to move, tackle, or lock. And then yellow robber would say, my first move is to unlock a money. And then red would be like, I'm going to travel through the vents and go to any space on the board. And it would progress from there. Once you have all 5 of your cards, I'm just going to deal 5 cards real quickly, then you can get into actual gameplay. Once you've picked all 5 of your moves, you're going to take your cards without shuffling them and turn them face down in front of you. I put them in front of me just to make things easier for myself. Bank always goes first. So as a bank, you would reveal your first move, and it's a move and a tackle, or a move and a lock. So because the robbers are here, I could move here and tackle one of the opponents, or I could even move here and lock one of the money bags. But I think what I want to do is I want to move here and tackle one of the robbers. Tackling them makes them unconscious. Robbers can also pepper spray the guards to make them unconscious, and I'll show you how that affects the gameplay as it continues. So yellow robber is next. So I'm going to reveal my first action, and it's to unlock something. I don't get to move. I have to unlock something in the room that I'm in, and I can't unlock something while there's a guard in the same room as me. So it's kind of a useless turn, which sucks. But robbers do get free actions. Free actions are, once per turn, you can move the getaway car 1 space, and 1 space is notated by 1 little block of road here. So I could move the car here if I feel that I'm going to be over here by the time the game ends, or because I don't feel that I'm going to be able to get away, I could move the car this way and start trying to get it over here. And another free action is you get to throw 1 bag of money into the car. Your character can actually carry as many bags as you can collect, but you can only throw 1 bag at a time into the car. Or you can pass one bag of money from one token to another, or you can pull the alarm, which is this one here. When you pull the alarm, it automatically brings all guards to that room. So it could be a good strategy if the guards are surrounding your money and there's no way through. But yeah, it's all up to you. So that was the first move for the yellow robber. Yellow robber can't do anything. So when you're unconscious, as a robber, you basically have to burn one of your cards in order to revive yourself. You can't take any other moves. That's it. That's your turn. And then it basically passes back to the next player, which in this case is the bank. In this case, the bank has a move and a move and a tackle. So what I could do is I could tackle the red robber again and then move into this room. Which is really mean. The red robber is basically made useless now. Yellow robber can pick up a bag of money, so the yellow robber is still stuck in that room. Again, I didn't pick any of these cards, so it's unfortunate. And then red card has to be burned again for him to be back as conscious. And then you continue playing until you've gone through all 5 of your cards. And then if the robbers have collected any bags of money, you would keep note of that either by keeping a token over here on the side. There are more tokens, so it's easy enough to do that. Or you just keep a tally inside your head. After all of that is done, you then wipe the board and you start again by picking a new layout, placing all your tokens, and then again picking 5 cards each and starting over. You do this for 3 rounds, and once the 3 rounds is over, if you make it that far, then the bank wins if the robbers didn't get enough bags, and the game automatically ends when the robbers get as many bags as they need to win. Sorry about the long-winded description, but that's the basics of it. It's fairly simple to get into. It's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing this with my friends. It's, like I said, very easy. It's difficult to keep a strategy, I think, as robbers, because you have to find a way to communicate with each other about what cards you want to play and not let the bank know. But teamwork is important. I think it's really easy for the bank to win if there's either a good layout in the bank or the robbers don't know how to work their cards out. But as a 2-player game, as a robber, I managed to get 3 bags of money out to my car in the first round, so it is very possible to win. Either way, let me know down below what you think of this game. Have you ever played it? How do you feel about bank robberies? No, that's a terrible question. But yeah, have you played this game? Are you interested in something like this? Do you like the fact that this is sort of like a randomized type game, which I actually like? When you play with the same game board all the time, it gets a bit boring, and it's hard to pull it out and say, hey, you want to play this? It's like, nah, I've seen that game. I know what it's all about. I wish there was a little bit more variety to it. I think they could have added some more cards. Maybe there's a larger set of tiles that you could pull from to help randomize the rooms, but that's okay. Either way, we'll see you guys later, and until then, bye-bye.